First of all, if you know anything about Gallup, you know that they are fastidious about their research. And so you've got a sense that a tool like this is very, very well documented and very, very well researched. So if that's really important to you, always useful to be able to go and access all of Gallup's data behind how they've put a tool like this together and how the tools come about. But I love what you said, Heather, because Gallup Clifton Strengths is all about understanding A, what we do right, but also B, these natural strengths and these natural talents that Gallup tells us we're born with. Their research has shown from the age of 4, you're able to start identifying these natural talents and natural strengths in an individual, which is amazing. So if you've got children at home, nieces and nephews around, grandchildren, you can use a tool like Gallup's Clifton Strengths to start actually seeing these natural talents and these natural abilities that these young people have. And the sort of the philosophy behind the tool is that, that our strengths, because they're these natural talents we're born with, they don't change over time, but we become more and more used to them, aware of them, and better at using them, better at putting them to work and really perfecting how they show up in our lives. So very, very positive tool, great for your own individual self-awareness, but also obviously very, very valuable when you use it with family members, in relationships, and where we use it most, which is in teams at work.
Absolutely. By the way, I am just going to rewind a little because I'm pretty sure that these slides don't touch too much on the strengths in children. What Gallup have found is that they can identify 10 strengths in children between the age of 4 and I think it's 18. I guess that's 16 to 18. Is 16, is it? Okay. And that's quite simple. You complete quite a wordy questionnaire in order for them to delve in and really identify each of these strengths. And children just don't have that facility to understand the nuances and to answer the questions. But they found 10 that are just so easy linguistically to identify that that's what they're able to test in children. So there is actually a test that you can use. It's definitely worth doing. It will lead on to finally appreciating the full gamut, but they are very circumspect, very careful to not over-identify things in children, which I think is really good. And actually, when we go through this, you might even be able to think to yourself, gosh, I wonder if that's one that's obvious in children. I might even point one or two out. Let's talk about why we love it as coaches. John, you're really the Clifton Strengths person. You're the one that got me to do the training. So you remind me and tell everybody else why you love it.
I think one of the main reasons I love it is because it is so positive and it's so focused on what we do right. As human beings, we are so hardwired to be looking at areas that we're poor in, areas of weakness, things that we're not doing well, areas we need to focus on for improvement. This is such a refreshing tool that it gives us some really useful insights into the places we have these natural abilities. Also, for me, one of the reasons that I loved it is I find it quite hard to communicate the things that I do well or to articulate the things that I do well. And Clifton Strengths brings with it this lovely language, positive, affirming language that you can use to really describe what it is that you do well, what it is that comes naturally to you that you might not even have been that aware of because you live with yourself 24 hours a day and we think everybody thinks the same way we do. Gallup's Clifton Strengths really gives you a language to start being able to articulate what you do brilliantly, what you do really, really well, which I found very, very personally affirming and very useful in terms of making a whole lot of big decisions in my life, to be able to steer myself more into my areas of strength, areas that I could really make a very positive impact in.